or could Hitler really love? That's a difficult question. Can or could Hitler really love? I think no. He needed the admiration of the public.
Ich weiß nicht, also das
I don't really know then what everyone saw in him, or one can't imagine.
It was the ordinary people, the total complicity of a whole society, many Eva Brauns, who said to themselves, I don't care what Adolf Hitler represents in terms of his ideology. Forget that. I love the man.
And it will always remain a mystery how a young girl who had attended a Catholic girls' school, an entirely normal, athletic, nice girl, could fall for such a terrorist, a loathsome, violent character.
Yesterday he arrived quite unexpectedly, and we spent a delightful evening. I am infinitely happy that he loves me so much, and I pray that it may always remain so.
And the terrorist.
Infinitely happy.
The terrorist, a loathsome, violent character.
The total
I don't really know then what.
The total complicity of a whole society, many Eva Brauns, who said to themselves, I don't care what Adolf Hitler represents in terms of his ideology. Forget that. I love the man.
And it will always remain a mystery how a young girl who had attended a Catholic girls' school, an entirely normal, athletic, nice girl, could fall for such a terrorist.
How so-called normal
loathsome,
people in
violent
modern
character.
society could fall for an evil criminal like Trump.
Ho, ho, ho.
I spent all day listening to a variety of YouTube videos, History Channel things, documentaries about Adolf Hitler. Because, why? Well, because I'm really curious about how are we at this place where I feel like we're on the precipice of a repeat of something so vile, so evil. I always asked myself as a young kid growing up, learning about these things, how could so-called normal people just sit by and passively allow this to happen, or even worse, be active participants? And 2020 gave me a taste of people wanting to control other people and villainizing groups of people who don't do what they think they should do or believe what they think they should believe. But that was so crucial, what that man said about how so-called normal people, so-called normal people, somewhere there, are hiding deep inside this hatred, and they just let it out on the surface. And what so many people who voted for Trump, in my opinion, are resonating with is this entitlement. A sense of, in order for me to rise up and be above, I need to push others down. In order for me to be the best, the chosen one, that must mean that others are the chosen, non-chosen ones, so to speak. Like Eva Braun. From what I was watching, her family originally were against Trump. Against Hitler, not Trump. I accidentally said Trump. Also, I just want to mention that I said Ava 1,000 times, but it's Eva. So it's Eva with an E. Eva, like evil. And it was Hitler and Schmitler. Schmitler 2.0. Ja. Trump. Even though all except for her one sister ended up being Nazis. But like the sickening, so Hitler had her youngest sister's husband assassinated right before they killed themselves, and right before the fourth child was born. And when that baby was born to the widowed Eva Braun's sister, she named the baby Ava after her dead sister. Like, what? That man had, like, Ava's boyfriend had your husband killed, and you named the baby after her. And then they said that Ava later killed herself because her best friend had died in an accident. And yeah, this video, I just realized I said all those words, all the forbidden words. But the ultimate point of the video here was to be, listen to those words, listen to that warning of these so-called normal people, so-called faith-having people. And they would just be so the whole thing about Eva Braun was that she knew exactly what was happening. She knew how I almost said Trump. She knew how Hitler felt about Jewish people. She knew what he was doing. She was 100,000,000% aware. All she cared about was living rich, having outfits that she could change into, having makeup. At one point they said she was mad that the war was making it hard for the makeup, the German makeup, to be produced. And all she cared about was the fact that she couldn't get her makeup, not the fact that there were millions of people dying. She even had said to her sister, you better be careful about what you're saying, because if you end up in a concentration camp, I'm not coming to get you out. Then when I listen to these MAGA people talking about the border, the illegals, I try to teach my children how we need to stop talking about history and saying slaves, the slave owners, and start talking about enslaved people and people who would enslave others, criminals who would enslave, kidnap people. And you can say it's semantics, but yes, semantics matter, because when you talk about people as if they are illegal, you are dehumanizing people. And I see it happening right before my very eyes. Anyone who has eyes and a conscience and a heart and a mind and some shred of remembrance of history knows that what's happening is exactly what had happened back in the 30s. And are we really going to just sit by and watch Schmitler 2.0 destroy where we live and all of these millions of people's lives who deserve to live free and safe from harm and violence? I'm waiting for the bat signal. I'm waiting for the heroes to swoop in and save us from this nightmare that we're watching unfold and seemingly just yuck, shake your hand and let you right up into the White House, Schmitler 2.0, democracy. We don't want to be like MAGA and talk about stolen schmelections. No, none of that. No, we're not allowed to do that, because then it would just look just as bad as the MAGA, even though it could have maybe actually done happen. But no, we're just too polite and diplomatic to let Schmitler actually pay for his crimes. I don't know. And the people who are supposed to be, quote, the good guys, they're being so diplomatic
that they're just going to hand the keys over to an absolute dictator, a rapist, criminal, felon, an absolute organized crime. And I'm like, this can't be. This can't be the truth. There has to be something better than this. And I just feel like all of the appointments that he's making, one criminal after another, that alone has to be evidence that he is not fit to serve. He's unfit to serve anything but a prison sentence, along with all his rapist cronies. See, the sun is setting, and then the phone died while I was filming it. I wanted to film it when it got really dark, but anyway, now I'm going to go to sleep. Mwah! I don't know. DreamingPeach.com. So I just hope that Cat Love, Dreaming Peach, and the rest of us actually get some positive healing. I just hope that all of us who feel so down and so bad about what happened can actually come together and fight for justice, fight for what's right, and hopefully the good guys will win, and our democracy won't be taken over by a dictator wannabe who just wants to destroy everything for his own gain. And with that, may you be well, may you know the root of happiness, and may you find the healing to the root of suffering, and may you and all of your loved ones find peace, and hopefully you'll be able to earn a living and have a livelihood and not have everything taken away. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.